Welcome back. The presidency has assured the country that Deputy President Paul Mashatile is well after he collapsed while addressing the Namitwa Day celebrations outside of Tzaneen in Limpopo. In a statement, the presidency says Mashatile became lightheaded from the heat. He was attended to by his medical team, which declared that he was in a good condition. Mashatile was addressing Namitwa Day in his capacity as chairperson of the presidential task team on matters of traditional and Khoisan leaders. Acting spokesperson to the deputy president, Keith Khoza, joins us now via our video link. Keith, thank you so much for your time this evening. I'm sure a number of South Africans are very concerned, when we look at the visuals coming out from earlier today. What happened earlier today?
Well, today the Deputy President was addressing a meeting that was celebrating the Namitwa Day in Tzaneen. And the Deputy President had agreed to come and address them because one of his delegated functions deal with traditional leaders. And the idea was to acknowledge the history, the culture of the people of Namitwa, and also to ensure that government forges a closer relationship with the traditional authorities in the place. So he was here today to speak to the people as invited.
And upon us seeing those visuals coming out from our SABC crew in Limpopo, one would ask, your statement says that he was lightheaded because of the heat. Did he perhaps complain about the heat at all throughout the day?
Well, it would have been difficult because remember, in terms of the sitting arrangement, when he sits with the Queen and the people closer to the Queen, it's difficult to converse with him. So at that point, when he went to the stage, I'm not sure if he has mentioned anything to the people close by, but we were unable to talk to him until he had spoken.
And looking at, the reports coming out from today and what really played out, and one would say that, there is concern where some are saying that it seems as if you may be downplaying what actually took place today. Are you downplaying this situation?
No, we're not. That's why the agency of the matter was for the medical team that accompanies him to look at him, to check him thoroughly, to do all the necessary tests to determine if there is anything that we should be concerned about. They took their time to be able to do that. But because they are a practical team, they knew exactly what to do, what to look for, and how to deal with it. So we are of the view that even beyond this, we just need to make sure that his health is in top form. The medical team is always there. I'm sure following this, they will try and make sure that they observe him and see if there is any need for further tests or whatever. But they were satisfied that the reason why we were where we were, it was because of the heat.
And I'm sure, you've spoken to him. How is he feeling at the moment? Has he said anything about, this matter that played out today?
No, well, he said that's why we said he was lightheaded. That's what he told us, that he felt lightheaded. And that's when he was moving backwards, as a result. When you become lightheaded, you start losing balance. So you move backward. He was moving backward. But by the time he got into the car, he was communicative. He was talking to everybody that was around him. And that gave us comfort. But still, there was a need for him to be checked properly, medically.
And where is he right now? Is he in a hospital or a clinic, or is someone taking care of his health? Where is the Deputy President at the moment?
Well, the Deputy President did not go to hospital today. When he left the cultural village, he went into a house where he was checked and was certified fit. And there was no need for more concerns. And later, he had something to eat and left for the airport to fly to Joburg.
Does he understand perhaps, the concerns being raised about South Africans when it comes to seeing those visuals and wanting to know, the state of his health at the moment?
Well, certainly you would want to, everybody would want to. Nobody wants to be in a space where you are addressing people. The next thing, you can't continue doing it because you are lightheaded, because it's very hot, because all of a sudden you realize that you are dehydrated. Nobody wants to see that. And I'm sure foremost in his mind to obviate this problem going into the future, so that you take all precautionary measures. He must be thoroughly hydrated. You must stay out of the sun and so on.
And will the Deputy President be continuing with his diary, or will he be taking some time off?
Well, he will continue with his diary, but the doctors were recommending that, but he might have to ease down a bit because he's been working very hard in the past few weeks, almost 7 days a week, being everywhere in the country where he needed to be. So he will continue doing the work, albeit in a reduced rate.
All right, Mr. Khoza, thank you so much for your time and for that update. That is the acting spokesperson of Deputy President Paul Mashatile, Keith Khoza, just giving us an update there when it comes to the Deputy President. Of course, earlier on today, we saw him there collapsing during an address in Tzaneen.